Hello and welcome back to the Second Chance to Live channel here on YouTube. I'm happy to see that you decided to stop by to watch this video presentation. Thank you. In today's video presentation, I'm going to be sharing an article that I wrote several days ago. I know that it's been several weeks since I've created a YouTube video or a video presentation to upload to YouTube, so I wanted to make this video presentation to let you know what's been going on with my life. To read the article, I'll put on my glasses and bring up the article. I want to thank you for being here. You're an important part of my life, and I look forward to hearing from you. In the event that you have a question or you'd like to leave a comment, you may do so through the comment section here on YouTube or through my contact information page, which is located on Second Chance to Live at secondchancetolive.org. Here's the article. Second Chance to Live, a speaking opportunity. Trip and Conference, Part 1. Hello and welcome back to Second Chance to Live, my friend. I'm happy to see that you decided to stop by to visit with me. Thank you. It has been about 2 weeks since I wrote and published anything on Second Chance to Live. You see, I've been sick. Sinus infection, upper respiratory infection, not exactly sure. But this is not the complete story. Let me explain. In October 2012, I was contacted by an organization in Anchorage, Alaska, asking me to consider being a keynote speaker at an upcoming conference in April of 2013. It did not take me long, and I told them that I would be honored to come and speak at the conference. I was thrilled and excited to be asked to be a keynote presenter at a conference, being that this would be my first opportunity to be a keynote speaker at any conference. Actually, this would be my first conference that I had been asked to present at since creating Second Chance to Live on February 6, 2007. In the month following up or leading to the conference, leading for the conference, I spent many hours preparing and tweaking my presentation. I believe that I spent in excess of 70 to 80 hours working on my preparation. I made the final preparations of this presentation the week before I left for Anchorage. The week before I left for Anchorage, I started to feel sick. The Tuesday before I left, I was able to see my primary care physician, and he prescribed some antibiotics. I started taking the antibiotics and finished the final dose of the regimen after boarding the first leg of my flight on April 6 to Anchorage. The morning of April 6, in anticipation of my trip, I woke up at 3 a.m. and could not get back to sleep. My ride to the airport picked me up at 9:30. I got to the airport around 10 a.m. After going through security, I waited for my flight that was to leave at 11:35 a.m. The flight left a little after 11:35 a.m. and arrived in Minneapolis around 1 p.m. Minneapolis time, 2.5 hours later. My flight out of Anchorage was not scheduled to leave until 5:30 p.m. that afternoon, a 4.5 hour layover. For the next 4.5 hours, I did my best to occupy my time in anticipation of my 5-hour and 50-minute flight to Anchorage. I arrived in Anchorage at 8:30 p.m. Anchorage time, 4 time zones removed from North Carolina. My host picked me up from the airport and graciously took me to the hotel in which I stayed during the conference. I got settled in and slept well. However, I was woken early the following morning. I was also woken the next several mornings and found that I could not get back to sleep. The conference and my opportunity to present late Tuesday morning went well. The conference was scheduled at 5 p.m. Tuesday afternoon. The conference was finished at 5 p.m. Tuesday afternoon. My flight out of Anchorage was not scheduled to leave until 9:45 p.m. Tuesday evening. I was taking the airport around 7:30 that evening. During my flight back to Minneapolis, I was not able to get much rest. When we arrived in Minneapolis at 5:30 a.m. Wednesday morning, I was very fortunate to be able to get an earlier flight back to Charlotte, North Carolina, and arrived in Charlotte around 11 a.m. I got a cab back to my home and started to decompress. What I realized was that I had not gotten substantive rest since the previous Thursday before I left for Anchorage. Wednesday evening, April 10th, I felt sick and took my temperature, 100.3 temperature. Thursday afternoon, my doctor had me begin on another regimen of antibiotics. In part 2 of this article, I share the lessons that I learned through my speaking opportunity and trip to Anchorage. And I have included a link to part 2 of this article. I'll create part 2 of this video presentation in the next several days, and we'll post that. I want to say so long for now. Thank you again for your time. You're an important part of my process, and please let me encourage you as I need to remember. Please do not give up on yourself, a loving God, or your process, because more will be revealed to you and to me in time. The pieces of the puzzle will come together in the correct order and at the right time. So keep on keeping on. Keep swinging at the fences and do not give up on yourself. More will be revealed. I'll say so long for now. Thank you again for your time. Bye now.